So I think I have some credibility about somebody's marketing talents, and so I'm going to bring somebody out here who, in my opinion, is an extraordinary marketer. And it's not really a surprise, as I once again looked into her background, as I have everybody else's, and I discovered that, this person started out with a bachelor's in Russian studies from Columbia University, went on to get an MBA from Yale, and I thought, well, yeah, that's probably some of the benefit that I'm getting right now, a nice worldview, technically very sound education. She's honed her marketing skills at a couple of great companies. A few that come to mind are Saba, Marcus Buckingham Company, Oracle, and the Great Place to Work Institute. She always comes prepared. She is a logical thinker who's focused on delivering, and she's got a goal for her time with you today. So without further ado, and I want to tell you one more thing about her. Oh, she's also an author. Yeah, she co-authored a book, The Career Within You, published by HarperCollins. So that's quite a bit of accomplishment, and I count myself very lucky to work with an extraordinary team we've been able to meet this week. But without further ado, let me bring out Ingrid Stabb.
That's really sweet.
You are wonderful.
Thank you. That was really sweet. Hi. So, as Greg mentioned, I'm Ingrid. I head up the marketing team for NCHRA. And knowing I was going to have to be up here on this big stage, I put this slide up here, just in case I forget my name while I'm up here. And I don't know about you, but I was really inspired by the two keynotes we've heard so far up on this stage. So let's hear it again for the great keynotes this year. On Monday, we heard Brett Culp, and he told us a story about when he was on a boat on a huge lake, and he urged all of us with that story to remember to always hold on to your anchor. And what I understood him to mean by that is that we should always hold on to remember what was the reason we originally got into our work. And when things get difficult or frustrating or hard, to just remind ourselves why we're here. So I found that inspiring, and he also ended his session and he told all of us to keep telling your story. So in that spirit, I thought, okay, why don't I tell my story a little bit to all of you this morning and to share with you why I'm here and why I started doing this work. So I remember about 20 years ago when I was first graduating from college, I was fresh out of college, maybe 22 years old. Someone said to me, hey, you should really read that book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I thought, okay. So I read the book and I did the assignments in the book. And one of the habits of effective people is creating your own mission statement. So at age 22, I wrote my mission statement, and I found that it's really held true for me all these years. So my mission statement that I wrote down is that I want to motivate large groups of people to build life-affirming organizations. And I suspect that for each of you, if you were to write your mission statements, that the reason that you went into HR is probably pretty similar. You probably also wanted to build life-affirming organizations. Also, I want to say that together, we are building this HR association. So this is an organization that we are building together. And hopefully you figured out by now that if you're sitting in this room and you already registered for this conference, that means that you are a card-carrying member of NCHRA. So almost all of us in here are members of NCHRA. And we have a lot to be proud of about NCHRA. You've already heard several times this week, I think, that we started in 1960. So we've really come a long way in this association. And I hope you'll agree with me that the way things happened in the workplace in the TV show Mad Men is not something that's going to fly now in 2018. So we've come a long way. And also, the fact that we started here in Northern California, we can really be proud of our heritage and our proximity to Silicon Valley. This region is all about innovation, and we're about innovation. There's been a lot of innovation in HR over the last several decades, and we're continuing to innovate right now in 2018, right here at HR West. Also, did you know that NCHRA is the second largest HR association in the country? And we actually have members in 23 states. So we're the second largest association, which means we're kind of like Avis. We try harder. So let's keep building this thing together. In marketing, how can we help you in your work to help you fulfill your personal mission statement? Marketing is all about communication. And as you know, communication, good communication has got to be two-way. It's not just about sharing information, it's also about listening. So I ask you to keep communicating with us. Help us to help you. So in terms of sharing information, in marketing, the way that we share information with you, we really want what we share to be relevant to you and for you to be communicated with in the way that you want to be communicated with. We communicate with you about jobs, about HR thought leadership, about networking opportunities, about training opportunities, and how do we communicate with you? In many ways, over many channels. So for one, all of you will be receiving HR West magazine, and you'll be getting that in the mail to your homes. We also have a mobile website that's optimized for your smartphones. We recently launched NCHRA Connect, which is a private community for all of you to communicate with each other and with the association. And we communicate over social channels like Twitter and Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. We're trying to be there where you are. If you log into your LinkedIn, maybe you find out about an event happening next week. We use marketing automation, and we really attempt to target our emails to your needs, from what we understand about you and what you're interested in. And we also have a CRM. It's kind of like Salesforce, but it's a CRM for associations. It's called Your Membership. So everyone in this room has a profile in Your Membership. So that's the sharing information. The other half of the equation is listening. And believe it or not, we actually listen to you every day, and we really want to know what you want, what you need, and how we can support you. And you may wonder, well, how can you communicate with us? And you have a lot of channels to communicate with us as well. So, for example, if you go to our website, you can propose to speak. You can also go to the website and propose to partner with us, with the association. We pay attention to which emails you're opening, which emails you're clicking on. It gives us an idea of what subject matter you actually care about. You can also call us on the phone and talk to someone live, and we actually discuss in our meetings what people are calling about and what you complained about or what you'd like to see differently. And of course, as I mentioned, you all have profiles in Your Membership, which is essentially our site, nchra.org. So I wouldn't be a good marketer if I didn't leave you with a call to action. So my ask to you is I want to ask everyone in this room to please update your profile on nchra.org. You can update it by uploading a photo, or you could change your mailing address for your magazine. You could join an interest group. You could change your title if your title's changed. Let us know how long you've been in HR. Put your interests so we can send you better emails. Whatever you want to do, just go into your profile. And I want to make this call to action fun, so I added 2 twists. The first is I want you to help me with a goal to beat an email open rate of 52%. And the reason I picked that number is that last week we sent you a welcome email to the conference, and 52% of you opened that email. So you'll see an email from Ingrid inviting you to log in, and let's try to get at least 53% open rate on that email. And I'm going to add a prize. I'm going to take all the people who open the email, and I'm going to randomly select one person to win a $250 Visa gift card. So we'll make it kind of fun. And I'll email you next week and let you know how we did and who won the prize. So be sure to update your profile on nchra.org. And with that, I'll turn you back to our wonderful Master of Ceremonies, Maureen Berkner-Boyd.
Great job.
Thank you.
believe she did that in those shoes? That took talent.